reciting the ayah or the ayat, the verses of Sakinah, the verses of tranquility, which are in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 246, Surah Al-Tawbah, verses 26 and 40, Surah Al-Fath, verse number 4, 17 and 26. Is it at times of stress? Is this authentic? Now, these verses of the Qur'an include the word as-sakinah, tranquility. And the Prophet ﷺ used to ask Allah Azza wa Jal for as-sakinah. For example, when he used to dig with the Muslims the trench in preparation for the enemies before they coming, so they were digging the trench, he would say, "Oh Allah, reveal and make the sakinah descend upon us." And the Prophet told us, ﷺ, when people gather in a masjid, in a house of worship of Allah Azza wa Jal, remembering Allah or studying the Qur'an, that the sakinah surrounds them. So these 6 verses mentioned, one in Surah Al-Baqarah, 2 in Surah Al-Tawbah, and 3 in Surah Al-Fath. These verses were never mentioned in the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, but they are part of the Qur'an. And some scholars used to find tranquility in them when recited. Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy on his soul, said that whenever our Sheikh, and he's referring to Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy on his soul, would undergo something that was troubling him, and sometimes he would get these evil thoughts, and this is normal for believers to get evil thoughts, to be attacked by the devils in forms of depression, in forms of doubts, etc. The only difference is that scholars and people of righteousness, they are saved quickly, and Allah Azza wa Jal restores their iman and make them steadfast in few seconds or minutes. As Allah mentioned in the end, or at the end of Surah Al-A'raf chapter 7, that those who fear Allah, whenever they are touched by such whispers and such evil thoughts, they remember, and soon they can see things clearly. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا إِذَا مَسَّهُمْ طَائِفٌ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ تَذَكَّرُوا. They remember. So, whenever Ibn Taymiyyah had these doubts or evil thoughts at times of illness, at times of weakness, when he was vulnerable the most, he would ask those around him to recite these verses of tranquility, of sakinah, so that it would strengthen him, and in no time he would regain his strength again. So scholars say that the whole Qur'an is means of healing and cure. Therefore, if you recite these verses seeking Allah's tranquility and Allah's healing to your doubts and evil thoughts when you are in a distressed times, then this is permissible, providing you do not consider that to be from the Sunnah. Rather, it is from the Qur'an, generally speaking, and the meanings do reflect and have a connection to the distress you are going through. So inshallah, this is permissible, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.